Hey, this is James with PNW Outdoor Reviews. Today I wanted to talk about types of ready-to-go meals, as you like freeze-dried or kind of the self-heating MREs. That's the topic I want to get into today. And the reason I want to kind of talk about that is there's so many different types on the market, and I'm going to say probably the most familiar, the one you probably see in most stores, like the Mountain House brand. Just to kind of give you an example, the Mountain House brand is great, has a very long shelf life. I mean, you're talking like this granola with blueberry, for instance. This one's good up to 2048. So again, as long as you don't rip the bag open accidentally, you're going to have food, that can last you a very long time, especially in a prepping situation or, just saving it for when you do decide to go on that hike finally. So, but I wanted to kind of talk about maybe some of the pros and cons to, what's better or what's worse. I mean, it's really, kind of boil it down. It's going to come down to preference, but I definitely did kind of find some pros and cons more recently on this little overnight trip I had just backpacking. So I'm going to start off with a Mountain House brand, as again, this is something that most people are familiar with. Again, you can find this at any store. They make a lot of different flavors. Now, this is freeze-dried, so meaning basically the moisture is completely sucked out of it, and that's what gives it a much longer shelf life compared to something that hasn't been, freeze-dried. Now, the basic directions for most of these, like for instance this one I really like, the granola with milk and blueberries. The reason I really like this one is you don't need hot water to actually make this edible. This one just requires cold water, just a half a cup of cold water, and then there you go. You can have a simple breakfast. Now, where like a lot of these though, such a lot of the dinners or other breakfast menu items like this one with the beef stroganoff with noodles, this one's going to require hot water, boiling water, to get this to actually become edible. Enjoyable would be more of the key word to that. But you're looking, 2 cups of boiling water. Now, to get to that stage, I mean, whether you have yourself, a gas stove, but you're going to need all the utensils. You're going to need the pot, the burner, and, you're going to have to be using definitely some of your water source, clean water, of course. That's the thing, because you're having to eat out of this. So you have to make sure that the water you're putting into this, and boiling, of course, you're killing off all of the bad water. So, if you're next to a river and things like that, that's a plus. So, but like I say, with something like the milk and granola, you're having to sacrifice cold, clean drinking water. And if you don't have any of that around, you're having to wait for that boiled water to cool down. Then you can put it in there. So, again, works great. And the plus to this is when it's all done, the trash you have to carry out is very light because the contents are all empty, and then all you got left is just a plain simple bag. So, I mean, there's a lot of pros to, with the Mountain House. Switching gears, now O'Meals goes along more with kind of the traditional MREs, meals ready to eat, basically. And now, this package is an all-in-one. I'll kind of give you, hopefully this kind of shows up, a nice close-up look to what it looks like. So, with the O'Meals, this one's pretty simple. All you need to do is you open up the contents, take everything out, you add 3 to 5 ounces of water, and what it has inside is basically this packet that you put into the water, and it chemically reacts with the water and makes it boil. And so you put that in there, you put the sealed, and again, the food itself is in its own sealed container sleeve. So the nice thing about these is you don't have to worry about using your clean drinking water. You know, I mean, even if the creek water is a little dirty or you don't really trust it, so to say, you don't have to worry because it's not going to contaminate your food. So that's kind of a plus. You don't have to sacrifice, like I said, your clean water. And it doesn't have to be hot water. It can be cold water that you put in here because the chemical reaction will do the work for you. So once that reaction and it starts to boil, which I found, and it kind of worried me the first time I used it. I thought it was going bad. It took probably 3 to 5 minutes before the reaction actually took place. And then it takes about another 3 to 5 minutes of it boiling for the contents of your food to get hot. But again, this is all in one. It even actually comes with a spoon and a napkin, salt and pepper. I mean, so everything you need is in just one simple bag. Now, one of the negatives I would say is because you got to take all this out, we're not just dumping trash everywhere. This weighs more when it's junk because of that chemical packet that made the water boil. It retains a lot of that water and hardens up and adds some weight. Pretty close to what this thing weighs as of right now. So again, that's one negative. But again, depending on what situation and where you're at, this makes it a whole lot simpler because I don't need to set up my camping stove or campfire to boil water, to make my dinner. I can literally just rip this open, pour a little bit of water in, boom, I got a hot meal. So, I mean, the O'Meals to me are kind of a winner, and for 2 reasons. It's not freeze-dried. So the contents of this, honestly, in some cases, probably taste a lot better. Just because, again, it's not freeze-dried food. This is fresh food that have just been vacuum packed. Now, the shelf life is a lot shorter. I mean, you're looking at, realistically, a few years out of these packets versus 10 to 20 out of the Mountain House. So, I mean, for the everyday hiker, backpacker, camper, the O'Meals is a big plus just because of how simple it is. And again, it's got a great taste. So, and they make a variety of flavors for breakfast and dinner. So you really do get all of your choices. So this is where it kind of boils down to, how much are you willing to carry in and carry out? Cooking over the campfire is always a treat. I mean, who doesn't love building their campfire, But, I mean, if you're the person who is backpacking, especially for days, not having to bring your camping stove or, again, your actual, little burning unit with extra fuel, I mean, that, like I said, that adds weight and takes up space versus you can just slip these packets in of the MREs, and again, all you need to worry about is just adding a little bit of water, and that's the plus, where these are only 3 to 5 ounces of water. These are up to 2 cups of water. So, I mean, these are literally less than half the water to get your food, versus, you're using up a lot more water. And again, if you're hiking along streams, yeah, water's not much of an issue, I guess, for you. But, if this is more of a desert, type of hike, where you're having to pack in your water, it's something to really think about. So, I wanted to make this a simple video, and like I said, this still boils down to preference, to what you're doing and maybe what you like. Like I said, I'm no expert on the backpacking or, long-term camping, but, what I've found more recently is just the convenience of an MRE style food, like I said, I think is a big plus. So I really hope this information is useful to you and makes you kind of think a little more about it. Especially again for those who are doing some backpacking, and especially for a long term. Like I said, it's kind of just user's choice. So this is what I found. I like them both. Mountain House is great, and I've recently found that O'Meals is fantastic as well. So I'm not going to tell you one's better than the other. It's just these are the differences between them. I'm not really going to say much more about it. Hope I didn't really miss anything. If I did, let me know. But one thing I'm going to touch on next, though, I'm very thankful. I broke 100 subscribers on my YouTube channel. That's so thankful, to my Twitter family and to everyone else, friends and family, who did that little extra work to promote my channel. I thank you. And the giveaway I have planned is going to be truly the best one yet. We're looking at over $100 out of my own pocket, not including what other people have helped donate. And if you got anything else you want to donate, please let me know right away, and send it to me, and I'll definitely include it or on my next giveaway. But your name will be heard, and I'll be very thankful. But like I say, I've already had a couple people participate, in helping me with this giveaway. So this is going to be huge. This is going to be based off kind of some outdoor survival gear, so it's really going to come with a lot of cool items. So I plan on, I'll probably be releasing that video next Sunday, so just be on the watch for that one. Same rules apply. You have to be a subscriber, and you have to leave a comment at the bottom of that video, and then I'll be doing a drawing the following week to announce the grand prize winner. It is only going to be one grand prize winner because this is a lot of items all in one. So I'm really excited for this giveaway, guys. So thank you for watching. Thank you for supporting me. I really can't do this without you guys, honestly. I enjoy doing this, and I want to keep doing this, but it's just your support really shows, and makes this even more worth it, to be honest with you. So please continue watching. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, please, and tell all your friends and family, and be on the lookout for that next video next Sunday, because that one's really going to pay off for somebody. So have a great day, guys, and thank you again.